The NBA delivered pure chaos in last Lakers game, 2 insane finishes, Luka getting into it with fans, and some performances that belong in the history books. Let's dive right in. For the game, Luka Doncic had fans in awe with an impossible trick shot from near the tunnel. But if you thought that was impressive, you should have seen what he did once the game started. Against Denver, he came out firing, and from the opening tip, it was clear nobody was stopping him. Doncic started with an and one, then got to the rim with ease, finishing through contact like it was nothing. Then he got in his bag, spin move, layup, count it, 3 possessions, 3 buckets, and he was just getting started. Step back 3, money. 4 shots, 4 makes, 9 points in 3 minutes. At the other end, Luka was feeling so good he even jumped to grab his own rim, just playing with an extra level of energy. And when he pulled up from deep, you could already tell Denver was in trouble. Step back, contested, splash, Luka magic. He had 14 points in just 6 minutes, single-handedly outscoring the Nuggets 26. Peyton Watson was doing everything he could to slow him down, but Doncic was in full takeover mode. And then, heat check time. Watson, who had done a great job defending Steph Curry earlier in the season, got torched. Luka pulled up, got it. Another deep 3 pure. His shot was falling perfectly right off his fingertips. Doncic was unstoppable, leading the Lakers to a dominant wire-to-wire win over the Nuggets. Meanwhile, Nikola Jokic was stuck on the bench watching his team collapse. The loss dropped Denver behind LA in the standings, and Jokic was not happy about it. But that wasn't the only wild finish of the night. Over in Indiana, the Mavericks erased a 16-point deficit to take control late, and with under 2 minutes left, rookie Derek Lively delivered a dagger 3, pushing Dallas's lead to 6. Andrew Nembhard responded with a quick drive to the basket, keeping the Pacers within reach, but then Max Christie made a veteran move, baiting Pascal Siakam into a foul on a 3-point attempt. He stepped to the line, hit all 3 free throws, and suddenly, the Mavs were up by 7 with just a minute to go. Benedict Mathurin answered right back, drawing a foul and sinking both free throws. And then came the madness. With 59 seconds left, Indiana turned up the defensive pressure, trapping full court. The Mavericks panicked. A steal, a quick layup, and just like that, the Pacers were right back in it. This game was far from over. Shepard comes up with a massive steal, races down the court, and lays it in. Just like that, the lead is down to 3. The intensity is off the charts. After a few back-and-forth trips to the free throw line, it all comes down to this. PJ Washington has the ball in crunch time with Dennis Smith Jr. draped all over him. Washington drives, absorbs contact, misses the shot, no whistle at first, but then, late, the foul is called. Man, someone get this guy a movie deal. Washington steps up to the line, nerves are high, he knocks down the first, but leaves the second short. That keeps the door cracked open for Indiana, and when Andrew Nembhard comes flying up the floor, Max Christie has no choice but to foul him to prevent the easy 2. Alright, I won't lie, these free throws are dragging a bit, but trust me. What happens next? Pure madness, the inbound, pressure immediately, a blitz, Washington and Christie trapped, stolen, the Pacers have it. They kick it out, Nembhard for 3, got it. The crowd explodes as Indiana takes the lead, absolute chaos. Pascal Siakam ripped the ball straight from Christie's hands, found Nembhard, and he buried the dagger triple. What a turnaround! The Pacers go from nearly losing to suddenly leading by 1. On the other end, Jaden Hardy tries to salvage the game for Dallas, but he gets whistled for an offensive foul, and just like that, it's over. Indiana pulls off the stunning win in yet another dramatic finish. But we're not done with the craziness. Next up, the league's best team was looking to get back on track after 2 straight losses, but in Sacramento, things weren't looking much better for them. DeMar DeRozan set the tone early, slicing through the defense and finishing at the rim to put the Kings up by 3, and Donovan Mitchell, he wasn't backing down. He got creative, attacking the paint. Oh my god, Speeda putting on a show. This turned into a battle between 2 clutch Kings. De'Aaron Fox, one of the most feared fourth quarter players in the league, got to his spot, rose up. Cash Mitchell trying to respond, floated one up on the other end, but it rimmed out, and then it was Malik Monk's time to shine. Isolation, step back, buries it. Monk and Fox, a lethal fourth quarter duo, were proving too much to handle. But Mitchell wasn't done yet. The Cavs needed a miracle, and Speeda delivered. Turnaround 3, bang, what a shot. Catch, spin, fire, nothing but net. Down by 2 with 30 seconds left. Cleveland didn't need to foul. Just one stop, one defensive stand, but then disaster. Malik Monk took control, attacked the lane, and drew the foul on Evan Mobley. A brutal mistake. Monk stepped to the line, ice in his veins, 2 free throws, both were good, a 2-possession game, and that was all she wrote. Sacramento hands Cleveland their 3rd straight loss and a tough stretch for the Cavs. Now, we have to give a massive shout out to Sandro Mamukelashvili of the Spurs, who made NBA history last night. Mamu was on fire against the Knicks, taking over in just 19 minutes of action. He dropped a career-high 34 points, shooting an insane 13 for 14 from the field. But what really stood out, he was perfect from deep, 7 for 7 from beyond the arc, unreal efficiency, No one in NBA history had ever scored that many points in under 20 minutes before. And on top of that, his performance helped San Antonio cruise to a dominant 15-point win over New York. And finally, we had Zion Williamson and Anthony Edwards putting on a show in Minnesota. Edwards got things going with a highlight reel fast break dunk, but Zion was playing chess while everyone else was playing checkers. The difference? Efficiency. Williamson dominated the paint, pouring in 29 points on an absurd 75% shooting. Edwards matched him in scoring but struggled mightily, hitting just 26% of his shots. And in the closing moments, Zion delivered the dagger. A beautiful pass inside, bucket. Calling the Lakers trade for Luka Doncic a success would be an understatement of the year. Anyone watching can see the impact he's had. There's no need for advanced analytics to prove it. Concerns about how he'd mesh with LeBron James as another high-usage player completely put to rest. Doncic's messy departure from Dallas wasn't exactly a well-kept secret. Mavericks GM Nico Harrison openly criticized the All-Star guard's conditioning and off-court habits, fueling speculation about internal tensions. Veteran forward Marcus Morris pointed to one moment in particular, the infamous incident where Mavericks assistant GM Michael Finley took Doncic's beer away in the locker room after the team advanced to the NBA Finals. To Morris, that was a clear sign of how strained things had become. Now a free agent, the 35-year-old Morris still can't wrap his head around Dallas's decision to move on from Doncic, especially considering they have to face him 4 times a season. In his first 16 games with the Lakers, the 5-time All-NBA first-team selection is proving why that decision might haunt the Mavericks. Doncic is averaging 26.5 points, 8.8 rebounds, 8.0 assists, and 1.9 steals per game. The Lakers, they've gone 11-5 when he's on the court. That's starting with a thriller in Miami between the Pistons and the Heat. Detroit found themselves in a fight to the finish, and Cade Cunningham was right in the center of it. Late in the fourth, he drove inside, missed, but Jalen Duren was there for the follow-up jam. On the other end, Bam Adebayo went to work in the mid-post before kicking it out to Tyler Herro, who calmly drilled a clutch jumper to put Miami up by 1. The crowd went wild, but the Pistons weren't done. Malik Beasley fired up a 3, missed, but Duren once again came through with a monster rebound. He kicked it out to Cunningham, who reset, got another chance, and buried the go-ahead bucket. Detroit took a 2-point lead with under a minute left. The Heat needed an answer. Adebayo got a clean look at a turnaround jumper, but left it short. Suddenly, the Pistons had a chance to ice the game. Cunningham dribbled out the clock, looking for his shot, hunting Tyler Herro on defense. But he hesitated, picked up his dribble, and had to pass out. Joe Harris got a clean look, but the shot didn't get off in time, a costly mistake. Instead of putting Miami away, Detroit left the door wide open. And with 18 seconds left, the Heat were ready to take advantage. The ball went to Herro, one-on-one with Duren after an Adebayo screen. No help came. 10 seconds on the clock, Herro hit him with a pump fake, got him in the air, and drew the foul. A cold-blooded move. He stepped up to the line and, under all the pressure, sank both free throws to tie the game at 104. That gave him 29 points, but it also gave Detroit one last shot. And 5 seconds? That's a lifetime in the NBA. Cunningham took the inbound, defended by Adebayo. A tough matchup, but he sized him up. Pulled up for the win, banked it in at the buzzer. Detroit basketball, the Pistons stormed into Miami, snapped the Heat's 9-game home winning streak, and walked out with a wild victory. Cunningham finished with a 25-point triple-double, leading Detroit to a stunning upset. That's it for now. See you in the next one. Till then, like and subscribe for more future NBA updates.